Mr. Jalen Brunson. This guy, holy moly. So, okay. So he's awesome. There he is. And Jimmy, he exited the game late in the first quarter. And it was like, you know, it was like Rocky was coming back out for the fight when he came back out. I mean, the crowd just erupted. It was like a wrestling.
or
Have you
or
ever have you ever
literally
have you ever
or
watched
literally Willis Reed.
Yeah, Willis
Like
Reed,
to
or
the
like
knee.
it was like in WWF when the middle of the match, the music hits, what the Rock is cooking, and then there's a guy that runs down to the ring. Like that's what happened at the Knicks game. The best player disappeared, and then he came back out of the locker room. I think late second quarter, and the crowd went crazy. He put him on their back, and he led them to another victory. My question for you is, knowing you're up 2-0, knowing you're playing the Pacers, knowing you're trying to achieve something more than just make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, do you take this opportunity to rest Jalen Brunson in game 3?
Absolutely not. He
Okay.
came back and played. So he got injured the first quarter. He missed the second quarter. He got evaluated during that quarter and partly at halftime, and they tested him in that halftime prior to the third quarter to see if he could go. He told coach he could go. And one thing that I know about Jalen Brunson, shout out to the namesake Jalen, and Jalen Rose being the first Jalen on record and spawning millions to have that name, including my son, my oldest son, Jalen King. But what I know about Jalen Brunson, I played with his father, Rick Brunson. Rick Brunson and I were McDonald's All American. We came out the same year. We played in the McDonald's All American game along with Jalen Rose. And what I know about him is that there is no quitting him. He's a very tough individual. He was raised that way. I was there when he was born. I mean, my father, his father and I played together in the CBA, Davenport slash Moline, Illinois, for the original Thunder. And I've known Jalen Brunson since he was a baby. So what I'm watching is not a surprise to me. It's been instilled in him, it's been bred into him, breathed into him. So when you see him come out that tunnel, you know that he's 1000% ready. And he showed you that the second half.
Well, I know a little bit about Tom Thibodeau, and I don't think he would ever just rest a player. And it sounds like that Rick Brunson isn't going to take a game off, and it doesn't sound like Jalen Brunson is going to take a game off. But
Yeah,
I
no, no,
learned
no, 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 no,
something
no, no.
new, Jimmy. What I just learned is Jalen Brunson got all that skill from the original Fab One, Jimmy
That's
King.
right.
Now
You
I
got
know
it from
where it
Uncle
came from.
Jam.
It explains everything.
You got it from Uncle Jam. I held him when he was a baby. He had his booties on. He had the little scully on and everything. He was swaddled up. He used to come to the game. Mrs. Brunson used to bring him. He and my daughter was just being born at the time.
You transitioned your superpowers to Jalen. I love it. That's awesome. So
Now I
so
can't take no credit for that. He's just a
no,
dog.
I know. He's a baller, and
Yeah,
obviously his dad was a very skilled basketball player and well
absolutely.
respected as well.